Another beautiful morning, and we are on the Generation Z Business Show with yours truly, as always, Yetunde James. It's me again, Yetunde James. I'm your host. We all know it's the month of March, basically, and we're all talking about, women empowerment and how, women need to step up, and the society itself needs to give women the ability to step up and take up these roles. And so it's going to be an interesting show whilst we interview who we're going to be interviewing, because she's in, like I said, she's in the line in the industry of shoemaking, and she's actually an indigenous shoemaker in the Nigerian market. And one of the things I want, I think a lot of us need to do is that we now need to start buying Nigerian. I know a lot of people already do that, but we need to really buy Nigerian. And if we buy Nigerian, we're really indirectly, we're actually helping the economy. And we don't do that enough, I think. There's probably a lot of reasons why people shy away from it. But if you look at the industry right now and what's currently going on, a lot of businesses are popping up, and they're, proudly Nigerian, and they're producing stuff. They're not, just importing stuff out of the country. They're actually producing stuff, and it will be interesting to find out. I mean, just give me your send me messages on why you think we don't buy Nigerian. What are the restrictions? Why people aren't really buying into the Nigerian market space? Proudly made in Nigeria stuff. What are the restrictions? I mean, I think we've been able to sort of buy into proudly Nigerian products when it comes to food, because there are a lot of food items, that are proudly made in Nigeria and people are actually buying into. But I'm not sure about people transcending beyond food. I mean, Ruth, what do you think?
We need to do more.
When was the last time you bought something Nigerian?
I actually try my best to buy things Nigerian, clothes, especially the food. I mean, we all love the food.
Everyone loves the food.
Everyone loves the food.
I feel like the food is it's like a no-brainer. Anyone would buy Nigerian food, but I'm talking about, the clothes, the shoes.
Clothes, shoes, actually.
Anything really. Makeup. I think, we have a few brands that produce hair.
We need to do more about the makeup and try to buy a lot more Nigerian makeup products made in Nigeria. Food and clothes, definitely, I do that. But we need to do better.
Yeah, we definitely need to do better. We need to put in our efforts to ensure that the economy grows. And it's interesting. I mean, I have, a couple of friends, and then they would say to me, oh, they don't buy Nigerian because they don't believe in the quality. They believe more in the quality of the international brands. And this is why they don't buy proudly Nigerian brands, when it comes to clothing and shoes. Like, for example, I had a friend, she said she bought someone's, line, and she wore the shoe, and the next day the heels broke off. Yeah, and there's always those kind of stories. But the thing is, even if you buy international brands, that can literally
it does happen. It really does.
It does really happen. I mean, we buy makeup products that we react to, whether it's locally made, whether it is internationally made. So I feel like there's just this sort of stigma that it's not going to be good quality if it comes from here. I'm so happy she finally made it. I almost thought you were not going to make it for the show. We have Oge here from Perfect Feet.
Sorry, I'm late. It's just like regular.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so how has it been navigating from 2020 to now? That's like my first question for any business person, because I know 2020 was that year. For every single business, there was something going on, and you had to sort of water it. So how has it been being able to water the and navigate through 2020? And we're here in 2021, first quarter gone, but yeah, we made it.
I think it was very, very good business year for me.
Ooh.
Yeah, because there were a lot of people at home, and then I just saw it as the perfect time to market more often. So when ladies are bored, most things they do, what they do often is shop. So it was a very, very good year for my business. I'm not even going to lie, but I mean 2020 has been really slow for reasons that I'm not sure for.
Yeah. I think what it could be is that people are being careful in terms of expenditure. So how did you start Perfect Feet?
It's a very, very funny story. It wasn't something that I planned. So, I have very, very big feet. I wear 42 wide / 43.
Wow.
We are twins. We are twins.
Yeah, so when you're a woman like me, you know how difficult it is to get your shoes, because even when I was growing up, I was always like probably 2 sizes ahead of my mates. So I would go to the market and then I'll spend hours, I just kept thinking and thinking. And then I just decided to just meet a cobbler in Atisan to help me with it. And when he got it, I posted it. And people really loved it. And it just made me realize that there were many women like me struggling with their sizes too. So yeah, that's how Perfect Fit started.
Ooh.
Can we please understand that there's a lot of us out there, and I'm putting myself out there right now, that struggle with finding shoes our size. So the fact that she's doing this, like, I love it.
It's amazing.
I'm happy.
It's amazing.
I'm happy.
I always used to say, like, the people with the smallest feet get the best shoes.
And they get cheaper shoes, too. It's always on sale for smaller feet. We have to pay more.
Yeah. So how long have you been in business?
Oh, 3 years.
3 years. And how has it been? How was that journey? Like, did you raise funds? How did how did you get into it? I mean, because it's not beans, if I may put it that way.
It's not.
To put the money together to start it, or maybe.
Okay, so that's a funny story. I didn't have a starting capital. It was just 2 shoes I made, and then I think the night I posted it, I had about 5 orders. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So there are people who need shoes like this. I should do this. So I just started that way. I started really small, from using plain nylons to using printed ones. So Perfect Fit is a brand that has grown from nothing. I didn't have anyone give me, or have any capital to start with.
Oh, that's nice. So right now, you said you started with 2 pairs of shoes. Now you are making like what? How many pairs of shoes like in a month, basically?
Okay, if I'm being very honest, when the month is really good, I could sell about 80. When the month is really good, but when it's average, it's like 50, or a very slow month, 30.
Oh,
so I get in there.
Do you need a PA?
As long as we can get discounts. If I become your PA, 50% off. But that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. So what would you say were the obstacles, even during your business journey? What are the memorable sort of obstacles that you faced, building that brand and building the business?
Most of my artisans are male artisans, so trust me, it's a lot dealing with them. So there are times when they just talk down on you, and I go home and I'm crying and I'm like, oh my god, what do I have to say to these people? There are times when I just used to scream, and then I realized that screaming was not working, because if you're screaming, you're like, oh, that's how women are. You guys are always screaming.
Stereotype.
So I think it's something I'm still dealing with, like having to work with just male artisans, and like them not looking down on me. Like, aside the fact that I'm really young, I'm also female, so it doesn't get easy. It's still not easy, but please delivery guys. I think that's one challenge every entrepreneur faces. And
oh, really? Because I feel like there's so many logistic companies right now. Like, logistics shouldn't even be a problem.
You could have 5 of them, and 5 of them would still disappoint you. And then how it is selling like to just women. Women are very, 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 very short-tempered. Women have really, really tiny patience. So, I get insulted almost every week. But yeah.
I think an interesting question. Me and Ruth were talking offline, and we're talking about customer service.
Oh,
so how do you handle customer service? I'll let Ruth actually lead this, because she has something to say.
How do you keep your customers happy? And how do you keep them happy?
Okay, so aside owning Perfect Fit, I'm also a customer service agent in telecoms. So I already have that training. So with Perfect Fit, one approach I used was trying to make everyone who comes to buy feel like family. So if you text me, I'm not talking to you like, I'm not replying like a robot. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and also revealing myself to you, so you get comfortable. So most of my customers actually feel like they're part of the family, and that's why they support a lot. So
on growing your customer base, besides, the regular, the known Instagram, is there anything else that you do to build your customer base? Getting customers that actually buy.
Keyword buy.
Some of them are tips I would share, and some of them I guess I'll just keep to myself. So the thing is, it's important that whatever you do, you stay unique. Like, try not to copy and then try not to steal pictures from people. And then also it's good to keep in touch. So you have customers that have gotten stuff from you about 5 months ago. So most times what people do is when you buy, just, let it go. They end the relationship there. So what I do is from time to time, I scroll down, go through my contact list, check on them, say hi, oh, what's up? We haven't heard from you in a very long time. We have new designs. So just try to keep in touch. Like a purchase should not be the end of the relationship. Sometimes reach out to them.
That's gold. It's been so lovely having you on the show, Oge, and we definitely will be coming to you to have like a real a longer one-on-one interview with you. But in the meantime, would you leave us with like last words of encouragement for those that are listening to you and trying to ply the business route as well?
I mean, people should never see you coming and never see what's happening, what's going to come next with you.
Ruth, do you have anything to say to everyone?
Not really. She basically said it all. Just don't give up.
Yeah. I always like to leave you with a quote. Empower women, empower women. That was said by Unknown. I'll see you same time next week. Have a lovely day, guys.
93.3